John Hancock is proudly marking 25 years of sponsoring the Boston Marathon. See how these banners symbolize the company's commitment to improving the race and the community. Every year, we witness all different kinds of champions crossing the finish line on Boylston Street. But there are many champions of the Boston Marathon we don't see. People behind the scenes who have a huge impact on the success of the race.
There's been a lot of evolution of the marathon since 1986. In 1986, the marathon had financial troubles, and John Hancock came through with financial support. Over the years, it has grown to be an international race. It's part of the World Marathon Majors now, and it has always been a highly regarded race.
John Hancock has stepped up its support of the Boston Marathon. A shining example of that commitment is the Banner Program.
When I started at John Hancock over 10 years ago, the Boston Marathon banners were one of the strong representations of the company out in the community. They always brought a great feeling of springtime and support of the community. Now what we do is when we create the banners, we're always thinking about the Boston Marathon, what it brings to the city. The banners represent a great partnership between the Boston Athletic Association and John Hancock. We've been sponsoring the Boston Marathon for 25 years, and the banners represent a culmination of our partnership together. We have evolved the banner program over the years. They started out as one banner. There are now 9 separate banners. The look of the banners travels not just on the street, but it's brought into the Sports and Fitness Expo, as well as all publicity materials, advertising. And we have a long-term commitment to the Boston Marathon, and it's represented on the street throughout April. Over the years, and especially the last few years, the banners have had a consistent look and theme and have really branded the marathon with the theme, it's all about the promises. And that speaks to our promise to the BAA, our commitment to the marathon. It also speaks to the promises that each of the runners make to themselves, to fundraising organizations, to their family members. One of the things that's unique about the banners over the last few years is that we've used photography from the actual event itself. The Boston Marathon banners represent the diversity of the marathon. There are people from all over the world who participate in the marathon. There are people from all over who come to watch the marathon. There's quite a diverse group of athletes who participate, and that's all represented in the banner program.
I'm in my 20th year at John Hancock, and this will be my 19th marathon. And I'm particularly proud this year because of some of the banners that you see around the city. The military banner has pretty poignant significance for me this year. My nephew Daniel Farquharson is serving with the 747th Military Police Battalion in Iraq. He is part of the Massachusetts National Guard. As you know, National Guard folks are posted, about 450 of them throughout the entire marathon route. It has a pretty personal significance for me this year. The banners represent inspiration. You see the champions, but it also represents participation. This year, John Hancock really turned the camera on the route itself, and you see the volunteers, you see the spectators. I think the banners represent John Hancock at its best. You know, when you see our logo married with some of those very inspiring images, it really puts John Hancock in the community. It shows our commitment as a company to the community.
John Hancock can be credited with a lot of firsts when it comes to the Boston Marathon, like providing equal prize money for men and women. This year, everyone's a winner. For the first time, the banners are being turned into messenger and tote bags for gifts. Now you have the chance to hold a piece of history. The employees at John Hancock are dedicated to making the Boston Marathon a success every year. I know I'll be watching Monday, April 19th. To learn more, go to johnhancock.com.